If you feel stuck, drifting, wasting your life, it's not bad luck. It's because you've been sailing without a map. And that ends today. Most men wake up, go to work, scroll, sleep, and they call that living. But you are not lost. You just don't have a map. Today, I'm going to give you that map and expose the enemy that's been keeping you from setting your heading. Napoleon Hill called it drifting. I call it the death of a man's potential. And we're going to end it. Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, defined a drifter as this: a drifter is one who permits himself to be influenced and controlled by circumstances outside of his own mind. He would rather let life happen to him than take deliberate charge of it. Hill saw drifting as the devil's greatest weapon, not a literal devil, but the sum of every distraction, temptation, and weak habit that keeps you from mastering yourself. A drifter has no definite purpose. He reacts instead of chooses. He's at the mercy of the tides, social media, bills, other people's demands, until the years slip by and the life he wanted is just a fading dream. In Mythic seas, we define it like this: drifting is when a man abandons the helm, letting the tides of comfort, distraction, and other men's commands carry him wherever they will. He trades his freedom for safety, his potential for routine, and eventually forgets he was ever meant to sail at all. At Mythic Seas, we define drifting like this: drifting is when a man abandons the helm, letting the tides of comfort, distraction, and other men's commands carry him wherever they will. He trades his freedom for safety, his potential for routine, and eventually forgets he was ever meant to sail at all. Drifting is the enemy, and if you want to kill drifting, you need a map. But not just any map. You need one that's battle-tested, forged in real storms. I had to build mine the hard way, after nearly losing years of my life. I've drifted before. Years ago, I was putting in the hours, saying yes to every request, thinking I was moving forward. In reality, I was being carried by other people's winds. I wasn't steering, I was just afloat. Then I built a navigator's map, a simple, repeatable process for setting your heading in 3 domains: wealth, body, and mind. Once I had that, I stopped reacting to the waves and started steering toward the horizon I actually wanted. Wealth is your war chest. Without it, you're always begging for safe harbor. Step 1. Set a 90-day income or savings target. Step 2. Break it into weekly benchmarks. Step 3. Track every inflow and outflow. I remember the first time I tracked every dollar for 90 days. It felt like I'd finally grabbed the wheel of my own ship. For the first time, I knew exactly how far I could sail before needing to resupply. You wouldn't sail into open waters without knowing how much food or fresh water you had. Why would you do it with your finances? Your body is your ship. If it breaks down, the journey stops. Minimum 3 strength sessions per week, no excuses. You need to walk daily. Eat to fuel performance, not to kill boredom. I've let my vessel weaken before, and the storms that should have been a breeze nearly sank me. You wouldn't cross the ocean in a leaking hull. Don't live life in one. A scattered mind is a spinning compass. You'll chase every shiny thing and never arrive. Daily reflection keeps your heading true. 1 page of journaling each morning, 1 skill learned every quarter. When my compass is sharp, no storm, not failure, not doubt, can knock me off course. Think of Ragnar Lothbrok in Vikings. Every warrior wanted to raid. Most just followed the same coastline, hitting the same villages. Predictable, easy, and eventually unprofitable. That's drifting in battle for him. Ragnar was different. He studied the seas. He learned of lands west that others thought unreachable. He didn't just sail. He chose when to raise the sails, where to strike, and how to return spoils greater than anyone ever imagined. That's what a navigator's map does for you in real life. You stop moving just to move. You stop chasing low-value targets. You start setting deliberate headings toward the highest return, in wealth, in strength, and in mind. Every step, every choice is a raid worth making. If you're drifting, stop telling yourself you're lost. You're not. You just don't have a map. Yet. This is how you take the helm. This is how you stop drifting. Your life, your ship, your legend.